clean it up.
Taking a drive with the Jimmer.
Last night, I left my interior lights on in my van. This morning, I took the kids to go to school, and the car was dead. Hilarity ensued. It involved somebody I've never met in my house, 2 sets of jumper cables, a rose bush, underwear, so what's this thing? Anybody? What is that thing? What's it do? It's really fast. All right. We got to look that up. Afternoon coffee. Y'all know what I mean? So over here on the right, they're building something. This is not the super fun construction zone. So let's compare. This construction zone is boring. There's no flags. And they're pulling something out of the ground. 2 guys are watching. It looks kind of cool, actually. So there's an American flag and like a outhouse with an open window. So you can take a dump or pee-pee, sit there and just kind of look at people through that big open window, and then let them know you're all about America. Let's just pretend we're gonna turn around. Oh, I know what it is. We'll pretend we're gonna buy this stove. We just want to look at this stove. Really? But there's a guy. There's the thing I'm talking about, people. It's a see-through front door on an outhouse-looking thing with an American flag. So, in your comments. But for those of you who are really into stoves, that's a badass stove. I'm going to talk about them because they're not internet savvy and they'll probably not check. But Breathe Out Breathe came in, and they're making really, obviously, one of the best records of the year. I promise you it's going to be amazing. I'm not just saying that. But they brought flavored, like high-end flavored coffee, like high-end hazelnut or something. I don't know, man. I just think it's a bad move. It smells like cheap. It's like good coffee where they put hazelnut in there so it tastes like it's cheap coffee. Are you all fans of high-end hazelnut coffee? Sorry, Micah and Trevor, if you see this. I don't not like it, but it just smells, like Coffee Mate or something. And then, but there's really good coffee in there too. So, fashion faux pas, green sports pickup. I don't know. I kind of like it, actually. And it's got matching green hubs. And that's just a contradiction in many terms. It actually has like a mufflery sound too, so it's like a. So you got neon green. What market of life is that guy from? It's a pickup, but it's neon green, so that's not your typical like kind of country guy, right? And then it's not like somebody who just loves a pickup but doesn't want to be stereotyped as like the traditional pickup person, so they bought a neon green one, because then it also has a loud muffler. Like, I don't know. All right, so here we go. So what do we give this person when they take a few seconds to realize it's green, but they're not even on the phone? You can't penalize them for that. If they're on the phone and they take a long time, obviously that's a serious bummer. But when somebody's just zoning out, I don't know. No big deal. This is where a lot of sweet construction people are totally hanging out. So look at this. I'm gonna super muddy. I don't know if they're gonna like me. Maybe they put a bunch of super mega rocks here. Yeah. All right, you all see what's going on here. This guy does not like me. I'm intimidated. I'm backing out. I am not a fearless filmmaker. All right, here we go. Finally, someone is just gonna jack it up. This guy's going. I'm doing 40, so just keep that in mind. That car just passed me. I'm doing 5 over the speed limit. So he jacked it up, hardcore, and then he's just turning right. Oh, gotta hurry up and get to the car wash. Well, it feels good just to get out and take a drive with my friends. It's sunny. I've got fancy hazelnut coffee. If you're a hazelnut fan, this is not bad. It's not overly sweet, but just I don't want to smell non-coffee when I'm drinking coffee. The main draw of coffee is the smell of coffee. You don't want to cover it with something that's not coffee, like a hazelnut. I'm going to talk in third person until I get over this bridge. Jim is driving, about 10 miles an hour over the speed limit. Jim is afraid of the black cab. The black cab, is that like a black knight? Kind of like the dark night of cabs. The unfriendly cab. It's like the goth cab. I like first-person books. How about y'all? I really do. Not always, but I think I prefer the first-person book in general, novel, or obviously memoir. Third person, it seems like the writer's gonna like start describing stuff. Take 4 pages to describe, the hue of the barn paint. Here's the Taekwondo Academy. Professor of Taekwondo. Send your kid away to the Taekwondo Academy for wayward kids who lose fights. Touching his nose. Touching his nose. It's kind of catchy. Touching his nose. Touching his nose. Ooh, a fire truck. Let's pretend we're going right so we can look at the fire truck up super duper close. Where's he going? Everybody's chilling. There's a guy in the back reading. God dang it, what's he reading? Here's a traffic tip. If you're on the highway and you need to pull over, the non-experienced driver will occasionally think that pulling over near a on or off ramp or a viaduct is like a cool idea. It seems like a good idea because it's kind of around a spot where people are and seems less, in the middle of nowhere and everything. But it's actually incredibly dangerous to pull over on a ramp because there's tons of people positioning themselves to I almost hit this family. Tons of people. I probably should have let them go. So I'm gonna give myself like a 0. Let's let this guy go as a bonus. So I owe that other family, and I'm paying back this person. That's today's driving tip. If you have a choice, obviously if you break down, you just go where you can. But if I broke down near a ramp, I would pull way into the grass, as far off of that ramp area as concrete as possible on a highway, because cars are constantly in the wrong lane around ramps, just positioning each other. And trust me, just pay attention next time. Pay attention. Touching his nose. Oh my gosh! Can you believe we have been together for like 28 minutes and we have not talked about the meteor? The Michigan meteor? For those of you who were in Michigan yesterday, January 16th, I believe, around like, I don't know, 8 o'clock or something p.m., we heard this massive boom, and it registered like the vibrations of a 2 on the Richter scale. It was a exploding meteor over our state, and it like shook houses, scared dogs. It lit up the ground. It's awesome. We had a meteor thing happen. It happens. Keep your eyes out. You're worried about X number of things that can happen in your bank account, and there's a firebombing mini planet-sized rock flying at your head. If Stonehenge, what is Stonehenge all about? There's a debate as to whether Stonehenge was done by aliens or by humans or super advanced humans, and we wonder if the rock formation means something, with respect to the sun, or communication with other aliens, or smart advanced people here communicating with aliens. Somehow those rocks were put in that position, and we're freaking out now. We just have no idea what really is going down. There's the mail lady. I love her because I love mail. I love good mail. Well, it has been another drive. We've done another drive together. This is the rose bush right here that I got tangled in this morning while trying to jump my vehicle with jumper cables, not jump over it. That would have been a disaster. I'm worn out, you guys. It's been a long week. Thanks for taking a ride with the driving critic. Sorry, I'm not critical of drivers. I try.
Taking a drive with the Jimmer.